exactly what I want to do here yet, because this is all good in the little curved area. That's the only rot part, but it doesn't go very far. This is all good over here. I know I got to get rid of this bottom section. So I think what I'm going to do is just start with cutting out what I know has to go away, and then see what we're left with and get some of this stuff ground out of there so that we can get the pan set in. So I think that's the plan of attack. I think I said somewhere before, all of my patterns I do, let me get down here, all of my patterns I do with this chipboard stuff. It's not cardboard, it's like what's on the back of notepads. And it's nice because it's got some structure to it. And so it lets you do a little bit more with it than just paper, but it cuts really clean, unlike regular cardboard. Okay, so if you can see this, all right, that's why this stuff works very well for patterns, okay? You've got structure to it. You can't shrink it, you can't stretch it, but I'm able to bend it around and move it, and I can see that there might be enough material to go ahead and lean this little indentation, this little curve, lean that in. So I'm going to leave a little extra. I'm going to cut these right outside where my lines are, and I'm going to leave a little extra, knowing that I'm going to try and lean this back. And I can see from where, like say specifically this one, where it folded at, okay? I don't know if you can see that all that great. I can't let go of it. There, if I get my hand out of the way, that's where my line is, right where it bent. That's where I cut to. So if I leave a little bit extra, and hell, I might just leave those flaps on it to where now it's got plenty to sort of pull from, and we'll see if we can shape that. And then all of this is really close. That all touches. This piece here, where it's a little mangled and technically the A-post should be going through there, I'm going to be welding to that. So this, I'm just going to leave all that extra material so that you can go ahead and you can eat away whatever you need to at that time. And then we know that, yeah, down here is going to be the end, and we're going to leave it long and we'll trim it off afterwards. So now that we've got that, okay, pardon the noise, AC's running. much stuff. That's a little bit more manageable. So let's see. Let's take these guys down. On these two cuts here, it's not important because I left a lot more material. On these, I want to try and be nice and tight. But I'm going to still cut on the outside of the line because all that's going to do is move my scrap down a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a gap at the top, but we can always come back and trim it again. But we're going to start with this. I think I left a Sharpie. So let's just mark the center of it, the ends of it. We're going to mark where our cuts are, roughly. Let's see, so and we know that we're going to end up bending here, bending there, and this part just has to get straight. Now there is a little bit of a curve there, so we know that we're going to be bending about there as well. Okay, all right, let's fish you out of there. Okay, so how do we get to do this? Now, these are T-dollies. Normally you're going to form on them. Why not form with them, right? Give it a test. Well, we got a long way to go. A little bit, so that's what we're looking at right now, okay? I'm just moving this bottom corner. I'm not going to move the camera every single time. Okay, we're getting close, huh? So I've got the piece cleaned off. I've got the inside treated. I sprayed what I could of the inside of the sill with a rust converter. And then later on, I'll come through these holes and treat everything like I did the frame. So right now, I'm just gonna get a couple tacks in. That fits good. That line's back up. Now for fun, I have to move you. Get to the lines, so that's good. I don't like that humongous gap right there. But that can just be a piece of filler because I gotta get back there anyway. So I can put a chunk out there to, when this gets cut out, I can just layer something here to fill that gap. Have to sort of straighten out where some of this stuff is along the flange. Otherwise, I think we'll be pretty good. Okay, so I got my work cut out for me. I like my welding glasses. They're nice, right? Okay. Alright, so besides doing some filling in some holes and just go ahead and weld this guy in and smoothing him out, which you don't need to sit and watch. That's the A-Post repaired. So you got to see how I form things. The main point Let me take a big pause because I might edit this out. So, the main point of doing any kind of metal forming is really just doing it. It doesn't take all the fancy stuff. It doesn't take all the expensive tools. You know, you see the stuff that I'm using. Okay, this stuff does not cost anything. Metal is really just, you have to think of it as almost like a liquid. Okay, you can tip the cup, you can move the stuff around where you want to. Okay, you can shrink it, you can stretch it. Did I say shrink it? You can shrink it, you can stretch it, you can do all kinds of things with it. Okay, it's just metal. It's not like you're trying to form something to be like perfectly square on four sides or form this perfect sphere of something. You know, you're not after the unobtainable. You're just bending metal. And that's all you got to do is keep that in mind, that, you know, this isn't rocket science, okay? It's not. If something's a little bit off for this kind of stuff, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. If you're getting into metal finishing, it's a whole nother world. It's a whole major pain in the butt. But it's satisfying if you do it. I don't mind body filler, okay? But I'm not talking about like an inch thick kind of body filler. It's like covering up seams, things like that, nice transitions. That's perfectly acceptable to me. So that's it. I'm leaving it alone. It's the end of my day. All right. Thanks, guys. I said thanks, guys.